Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss whether or not drinking allocated bourbon is extinct. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Turner Wathen, Susie Youngson, and Kathy Cole.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hi.
What's up?
Not much. Yes, very exciting stuff. We've got a good show today. We're going to be talking about this allocated bourbon thing, and it's kind of getting out of control and what that means on just the regular bourbon drinker. But we'll get to that in just a second. Turner said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Turner?
Well, so yesterday I was blessed with a text from Royce and Miss Beka Sue.
Okay.
It prompted me to want to ask this type of question, but like, if there ever was really a zombie apocalypse, like it actually did happen, and you could have a weapon of choice, only one, let's say unlimited ammo, whatever it is, or unlimited machetes, doesn't matter. What would your weapon of choice be?
Oh, no.
I've got this one first, Turner, for sure.
Yes.
A flamethrower.
A flamethrower. Does that bother the zombies? That it's got to be a bullet through the head. I mean,
if something
a flamethrower,
something burns to the ground, then it burns. I mean, they'll die.
It's true. It's true. They will eventually break down. Yes.
Oh, wow. Is that you with the flamethrower?
That's her with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Flamethrower.
I've actually used one of those too.
Have you?
They
Yeah.
started Cooperage. Who knew?
Yeah.
Did you find
They're
out
kind of fun.
Is this like a warning that they're coming west from Kentucky?
It's always possible, right? I mean, you got to stay prepared. The fuel backpack's on the way.
I just
With
wish I got to own a flamethrower.
Yeah.
But since I started the discussion, I mean, if I've got unlimited ammo, I'm going shotgun.
Shotgun. Okay.
Interesting choice.
Right. I'd go like AK-47. I want rapid fire
That's
and not even necessarily have to aim. Just just kind of throw and go, because we did say unlimited ammo, so it's not like I've got to I got to conserve.
Nope.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing. How about you, Susie?
Well, I was just thinking I'm horrible in any sort of disaster or emergency situation. So I think about like some sort of unlimited way to hide or camouflage.
Camouflage. Okay.
Susie is hiding
I'm
out.
not very good with a weapon at all.
How about a bunker?
Yeah, a bunker. Yes,
she can
unlimited space in a bunker.
Susie's living in one of those missile silos that are like completely bunkered in, but they've made them look kind of like a normal house, and they have like a swimming pool inside of them and multiple rooms and like a basketball court. That's where she's hiding out in there.
And then just tell me when it's over and I'll come out.
We've had Susie weigh in twice on the show. One to tell us she doesn't use weapons and not any good. And then the other was to tell us she's recently used a flamethrower.
I have. I'm trying to find the picture.
It seems conflicting. It seems conflicting, Susie. Yeah.
I know, but I wasn't very good at it. And also it's just there's a lot of heat that comes off that thing. I'm
Sure.
comfortable.
It's fire. It is
If it's
fire.
cold outside or not, then it's very
Yeah.
nice.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Kathy, how about you? What do you?
So this is what I know about myself.
Yes.
When it comes to flight or fight, I am a huge flighter. And while I'm running away, I'm probably going to pee in my pants a little bit. So I'm actually just going to join the zombie crew. I'm going to put myself to the wolves and say, you know what? Take me, get this over with. I can't live in fear forever. And then maybe I'd head over to the Neely Farms and get flamethrowed out. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can come in the silo. I'll have room.
Living in fear is not comfortable.
Why you just
I'm
gotta
gonna be
grab the, that's why you gotta grab the flamethrower and just start burning. I mean, really, like if Steve's there with me, he's got the AK and I'm burning the zombies and he's blasting them.
True. Well, that's
I'm
good.
gonna walk out and say, "Here, just take it. I'm done."
You
Really?
got your back, Kathy. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want anything bad to happen to you. Like, we'll figure this out.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
What would Scott do? You think Scott could make it without you? I don't think so. So if nothing else, for your husband, you gotta.
Well,
yeah.
he is a fighter. I know this because when he has dreams, sometimes he kicks the enemy, me. So I know he's a fighter, but I don't know what weapon he would choose.
Okay.
I can text him.
Yeah, text him and get us an update. All right. Well, there you go. That's what we would do. I don't feel like this would be a very good group to be with if there was a zombie apocalypse. I feel like this is Not Beka, clearly I would want to hang
I'm
out
probably
with
the
her.
best person in this group to be with.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
so what Steve is saying is that if it does happen, he's not going to join us.
No.
We are on our own.
Trying to think who I'm looking for out there, ABV network wise. This has to be an upcoming bracket challenge. Who would be like McNew? No way. She's even said this before. She would just serve herself up. So if she's with a group like with us, she'd be like, "I'll take me, guys, and then run away." It gives you a chance. So
Lenny seems resourceful.
Lenny would tell you he is. I don't know if he's good or not, but he would definitely say he is.
Lenny would fight.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Wes?
Elsa and Royce own a lot. I would go there. That's where I plan on going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think
Okay, so Scott's weapon of choice is?
Mine is more of a defensive weapon, everyone. I would choose a boat because everyone knows zombies can't swim.
Everyone
Boat.
thinks.
He just died.
Everyone
Wrong answer.
thinks zombies can't swim.
Right.
We don't know yet because it hasn't happened. Although I've always thought it was concerning that in my renter's policy when I had an apartment, it said that they do not cover zombie apocalypses. I don't know if anyone has ever rented and actually looked through the terms on there, but there is literally a spot there where they're like, it says like if dead bodies start reanimating, we do not cover anything that happens from that instance. Why is that in my renter's insurance?
That's a little
That's weird.
perplexing.
I think it's great.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't read. I think there actually was also a part in there about extraterrestrial invasions and stuff like that as well.
Sure, you gotta have
they
that.
don't cover that.
That's a standard clause. Yeah.
That's a little bit more believable than the zombies, I guess. But maybe if the aliens are attacking and they're reanimating the dead bodies, we're definitely all screwed if you're a renter and you've got renter's insurance.
Yeah, they're not paying out. They're not paying out. Good luck collecting if there's a zombie apocalypse anyway, even if they didn't have that clause in there. You think anybody's going to pick up the phone? Hello, State Farm. How you doing?
Hi, this is Jake at State Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually don't cover zombies. It was in your policy if you would have read it. Thanks.
Page 3. Look at the bottom. There you go. All right. Well, guess what? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Turner since he asked the question. Turner, what do you got, man? What are you drinking there?
I am drinking. I'm drinking Horse Soldier.
Horse Soldier. Okay.
Yeah, some guys out of Ohio.
Yeah, they do a great job.
It's pretty good. It
Yeah.
exceeded my expectations.
Do you remember we do cork pops on the show?
Fuck.
You haven't gone that long.
I knew it. Well, I don't know where my microphone. This is going to suck.
Yeah, I guess you should have done it anyway. It didn't matter.
Really? On my end, that was pretty okay.
There was nothing.
No sound. No sound.
There was no sound at all.
Nothing.
I like how Turner. I have this, and then he just sits there. Turner just sits there, staring straight ahead, waiting. All right, Susie, how about you? What do you got?
I have Wilderness Trail, a tower pick.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll go next. I've got Cream of Kentucky, the 11.5. Ooh, I accidentally pulled out a beard here. Look at that.
Oh, that's
so
long.
Look at
Whoa.
that. I didn't realize I had my thumb on a hair, and I grabbed that. And look at that thing. Whoa! I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can put that thing back in. You don't think so?
Fall out in your drink.
I can't reanimate that.
No, you can't. Once it's gone, it's out.
It's not covered in your insurance.
Okay, Cream of Kentucky, 11.5. Here we go. That was pretty good.
Susie's was better though.
All right, I'll give her that. Susie's was better. That means Susie's got the lead. Kathy, what do you got?
So we're going to be talking about allocations. So I picked a Knob Creek 12-year.
Oh, I like it. Also very good, but not good enough to beat Susie. Susie still has the lead. And finally, Miss Beka Sue.
I'm going to go with some Eagle Rare. Nothing special about it. It's not single barrel or anything, but it is Eagle Rare, which is rare.
Kind of hard to get. No, not even close. No. Susie takes it. Cheers, Susie.
Cheers, Susie.
Cheers. To zombies.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about allocated bourbon, what's going on with it, and we'll get to that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
I'm McNew. Don't mix your grain and grapes. Not a good time. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about whether or not you'll be drinking allocated bourbon.
Yes. So, I don't know, me, like many other people, always said that I'm a drinker. I'm not a collector, and everything that I own is meant to be opened up. And if it's not open right now, it will be opened eventually. It's just a matter of I buy more than I can drink. And I'm not always in the position to have every bottle open. But that being said, it's just getting out of control. And the secondary's been an issue for a while, but it just seems like it's gone over the top. They had that whole deal with Old Foe and the birthday bourbon, and people are buying it for $150 and then selling it for $1,600. BTAC collection, I heard that people are now trying to get them together, and if you sell them as a group, there always is a premium on them anyway. But if you think like a new George T. Stagg is usually, I don't know, $600-$700, and now they're saying, but if you get all 5 of them, you get some for $5,000 easily. $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Old Rip used to be on the secondary $400 to $600. Now I see over $1,000. Blanton's $200 for a lot of places, $200. It just makes you feel like, can you really drink that anymore? I mean, if I got a birthday bourbon and my local retailer called me and said, hey, here's a birthday bourbon, and I know everybody's buying it for $1,600, I suddenly have a hard time drinking it. I'm probably not going to sell it because I don't do that, but I also would have a much harder time opening that bottle based on the prices it's going for, knowing that I'm cracking $1,600, and it's not something not worth that anymore. I don't know. What do you guys think about all this stuff?
I know that I never want to pay secondary prices for a bottle.
Right.
If I can find it. And in Alabama, if you do a little work, sometimes you can get a bottle that's allocated. It used to be easier. It used to be just if you show up early enough and, claim your spot, you could get one. Now it's a lottery.
Right.
So if I get lucky enough to get one in a lottery, great. I'll open it and drink it, but I am not paying $1,000 for a bottle of bourbon. Okay. That's just ridiculous.
Okay. Susie, you go to the lottery. You win a bottle of Pappy, and you post it on Instagram because you're excited. You say, I just won this. And someone reaches out to you and says, hey, I see you won that. Don't open it. I'll buy it off you for $3,000. Now you just paid $199 for it. What's worth more to you? Drinking that bottle that you won because you won it and it was yours? Or do you take the $3,000?
No, it's less about whether or not I want to drink it and more about, do I want to perpetuate this ridiculous secondary market?
True. But do you really solve anything either? So your one transaction, do you think that makes a difference?
It does to me.
Doesn't her heart?
You've got 2 sons that are, and one comes up and says, Mom, I'm in college now, and I joined this club and I need this. There's other things. We live our lives. It's difficult, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. So that'd be a profit of, $2,850 for really not doing anything, just going and buying a bottle.
Okay. It is. So when it's hypothetical, it's easier to say no.
Right.
You're right. If somebody had a roll of cash that they were going to hand me in the parking lot, I might.
It's really difficult, right?
Yeah.
Because you're opening that up and drinking, and you're going to enjoy it. It's probably going to be good bourbon. I'm not saying that these, a lot of people will tell you the allocated ones are terrible because they don't get them and they're just angry, but they're not. Yeah. It's actually good stuff. Yeah. But it's tough.
Yeah.
Beka she'd sell that in a second, right?
It depends on what it is. If it's something that I actually want, then no. But I mean, I probably would, but also I'm not getting any sort of allocated anything because I'm not attempting to get it. If I find something though in our little liquor store here in Sparta, Kentucky, and it is something that I'm like, wait a minute, why do they have this? Like I'll probably buy it and then drink it just to rub it in people's faces, kind of like just because I can. Because I did buy it for that much. And it is actually really funny drinking stuff that is highly allocated. And everyone's like, I would never open that. And I'm only selling it and over and over and over again.
I believe you would. I would believe you.
I would drink it.
Yeah. Because I know your husband, he buys a lot of.
Just to be an ass.
Your husband buys a lot of expensive bottles that he keeps because you guys want to have a cool bar and you have a lot of friends.
He cracks them open too.
He does. He cracks them open.
I mean, he says that he's like, oh, we're selling that one for sure. And I'm like, okay. And then he cracks it open because his curiosity gets to him too bad. And he wants to see if it's actually good or not. And then usually he's like, I should have just sold that. But I mean, it is way cooler to crack them open.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think that allocated everything it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Yeah.
I can say that much.
Yeah. It just has gone further. I was always in that camp of, I don't care. I'm just going to drink it. But now I don't know.
Yeah. When people that actually just enjoy it and like, it's one of like Steve, your favorite pour is George T. Stagg.
Yeah.
And now just to get that, I'd imagine is a nightmare. And it's like where before it was like kind of hard.
Yeah, I could kind of get it now.
Yeah, but now it's like, did you want to spend $600, sir? And it's like,
Right.
No, I didn't. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's getting bigger. Like Buffalo Trace, just about everything they have is allocated.
Mm-hmm.
And in some areas, even just the regular bottle of Buffalo Trace is hard to get. And that's a $20 bottle of standard stuff. That's why I opened the Knob Creek 12 year, because this should not be hard to get. It shouldn't. It's just crazy how much it's expanded. So who's really, yes, the secondary market is driving it, and the distillers say, oh, well, we don't have any control over MSRP because of the 3-tier system, but who's really behind it?
Yeah.
Who's the wizard?
Yeah. No, everyone says they aren't, but I don't know. The Buffalo Trace one is a weird one to me because we live in St. Louis, Kathy. And if you go to a liquor store, it's almost impossible to find. And there's people in these groups that say, look, it's allocated. You can't get Buffalo Trace. Well, then just go to the grocery store. For some reason, the grocery store, it's piled on the shelves. I go to Schnucks, which is the local grocery store. And there's 15 bottles at just my local Schnucks. So it's not hard to find, but I can't find it at the liquor store. They don't have it. They really don't. And I, we have, Kathy and I have some mutual friends that ran a liquor store here, and he was like, I can't get that stuff, which is weird to me because based on the volume that they get to, but it's just how things work out.
The main thing is that people need to stop selling up. If they do, like Susie said, like if you get one, don't sell, just drink it.
Yeah.
Drink it. If people just stop selling it off for high prices and just drinking it and enjoying what's in it, then slowly it'll wean back down to normal secondary type prices that aren't insane. If you just continue
until the brakes go out of your car at the same time you got that bottle, then it's like,
then it's like, well, I could probably actually sell this. Never mind.
Right. Forget about my lofty ideals.
I actually love allocated bourbon. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what allocated bourbon has done, though. Like, would I be exploring craft distilleries as much as I am if I could go out and get any old George T. Stagg that I wanted? Is it that it's giving people who care about bourbon an opportunity to kind of spread their fingers out there and try other stuff?
It probably legitimately contributes to that. No doubt.
I mean,
and just the interest in general, Kathy, not just the fact that big bourbon fans can't get the things. It's just when you're at the office and you're talking about, hey, I know this guy that sold a bottle for $3,000. Suddenly some people are interested. People that weren't interested in bourbon at all get into it. And maybe they are going to the craft. And yeah, it kind of drives a lot of what's happening. No, there's no doubt about it. It's not all bad, the secondary.
I mean, Phil Collin did a barrel pick with us called Calling My Name. And he did it because he was pissed off about secondary prices and people being willing to spend $1,000 on a bottle. And so he was like, I want to do a barrel pick with you guys because I know it's going to be good bourbon. I want to show people that it doesn't need to be $1,000 bottle of bourbon to be amazing.
Look at Phil.
So,
Phil's making a difference.
Does spur more people towards craft stuff. People that actually do enjoy bourbon anyways. Yeah.
And then Phil, his thing was he's going to give it to friends and stuff like that. And that's a beautiful sentiment till you realize you didn't get one of them goddamn bottles. And then all of a sudden you're kind of pissed off about it. It's like, I thought I was Phil's friend. I didn't get a bottle. Who here got a bottle? Raise your hand if Phil gave you a bottle. Oh, no hands up.
Nope.
Turner, you haven't waited. What are your thoughts on all this stuff, man?
This is an onion. It's a layered conversation. The funny part is we released this one product in Texas, and this liquor store was like, I was talking to them on the phone and I was telling them about the product, and they were like, oh my God, I want that a lot. And we're like, well, our distributor has 27 cases, and come to find out we're allocated. I was like, holy shit, like even now I get to be allocated, and there's no reason that I need to be allocated on any measure. So like, Kathy, to your point of it does drive consumer awareness. Like it does, like the conversations about the BTAC series and the creation of bourbon groups and social media groups and all those things have created this market demand that has driven up this pretty much one kind of particular product category. Because I mean, you can still go get Wild Turkey Masters Keep for like 170.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, and I'd put that up against a BTAC collection any day. And the thing that I really don't like about it is the downstream momentum where other products become allocated and they're not as good. And
Right.
To your all's point and to Beka's point, like, you don't need to buy that shit. But it also, as a producer, I mean, I do have conversations with retailers and stuff where I'm selling them a 11 or 12 or 13-year-old product, and we're all drinking and they're like, fuck, man, hopefully someday somebody looks back at that and they're like, oh, I wish I could get that bottle. But that's not allocation. That's like the whole unicorn past of finding a rare barrel that allocation also fucks up. Because now there's more hands and there's more attention paid to every barrel set that gets to that plus 13, 14, 15. Whereas even 10 or 12 years ago, someone's just trying to get rid of something. They're like, hey, you take this. And it turns out to be amazing. I mean, Willet had a lot of those. And so, yeah, I'm just rambling enough to say that I agree with all y'all's points. And I sure as shit am not paying $1,000 for a bottle. But if I get $1,000 bottle, I'm drinking it.
There you go. Yeah. What do you think? How quick would you discontinue Benchmark if you owned a store and they're like, hey, you're like, I need 2 cases. Then they're like, whoa, easy, buddy. That's allocated now. You can have some next month, but you've already got your allocation for the month. I think I would pull the tag and be like, okay, thank you for playing. I'm going to move on.
Is that a thing? Like, did Benchmark?
That's a thing. That's a thing. Benchmark is allocated. Again, in some places.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Turner, are you crying? Don't cry.
Turner's
Just
crying.
as long as they don't make Old Granddad 114 allocated, then I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it had its moment. I don't know, about 5 years ago. Remember, they said it was going to be discontinued, and people were crazy for it. Yeah.
Why the fuck is Benchmark allocated? Those 4 expressions. I mean, the barrel proof's good. Like, I don't dislike it, but
I like the the barrel proof is good for like $18 or something crazy. Yeah, it's good stuff. But I guess that's caused them to have a shortage or doing all those different things. I don't know. And that's all I can think of. Why suddenly is there less Benchmark that they have to allocate it? Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. There's a look at allocation. It's a tough call. You get one of those crazy bottles, drink it. We would encourage you to, but I would say if you have to sell it, you got to sell it, again, because people do need brakes for their cars. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Kathy Cool.
All right. Turner.
Check us out at rollingforkrum.com or on social media at rollingforkrum.
Okay. Susie.
I'm on Instagram. It sounds like bourbon.
Okay. Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Matter of fact, we're doing so many things now. I decided I got to figure out myself what all we do. So I started a page about us, and I'm not even through it yet. I worked all day on this thing, and I'm only partially through it, but I'll eventually get everything we do out there. It'll be pretty cool. For instance, today, Susie and I and Bo, we launched a new Vimeo account where you can download our videos. It's going to turn into a whole channel with all kinds of content and stuff like that. And we're working hard on it. And so check it out. There'll be a lot of cool stuff out there very soon. But you can start by going to abvnetwork.com, and you'll find everything that we're doing out there very soon. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
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 Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.